Yo, by the time you leave us, you will be able to cook like f***ing professional. Hey guys, my name is Daniel Holzman.
And my name is Michael Chernow, and we are at the Meatball Shop in the Big Apple, New York City. We do meatballs and spaghetti. We do meatballs and polenta.
You can have meatballs by themselves. You can have egg on your meatballs.
Spicy meatballs,
We've made
veggie
lamb
balls.
meatballs, goat meatballs, duck meatballs. We are working towards perfecting the meatball. We met when we were 14 years old. We've been best friends.
Dan and I were introduced by our mothers. I think I went back home and I was like, Mom, your friend introduced me to her son, who's crazy. I started calling Dan when I graduated from culinary school, and we were looking for like a late night idea. And we both thought that meatballs were great. Bingo, Meatball Shop, never been done before. Do me a favor, do not let meatballs scare you. They are not actually a hard thing to make. They're super easy and fun.
We know how to make a good meatball. We want to show you our secrets so that you can make meatballs in your house. Because everybody deserves a good meatball. We make meatballs every single day, all day long. We made 1.8 million meatballs last year. This is not rocket science. You could definitely do this at home. The secret to a light, fluffy meatball is putting plenty of other stuff other than meat in there. People always buy the most expensive meat, which is always the leanest, and then they put less stuff in there, and then their meatballs taste like hockey pucks. Whereas the more stuff you put in, the lighter and fluffier meatballs become. I'm gonna put some chopped parsley, some oregano, and 1 egg for every pound of meat as well. 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 pound of meat, and a 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs make the meatball that works. Beyond that, it's just about flavor, so whatever you want to put in there. You could definitely do this at home. Let me let you in on a little secret. Mortadella, also known as bologna, it's got a good amount of fat, which is going to make a moist meatball. I love mortadella. Sauce and meatballs are one thing. They're one vehicle. I'm making meatballs and I'm making sauce, and in this case, we're going to cook it all together. It's really easy, it's really fast. The first step in the sauce is not using these pieces of You want to use canned tomatoes because they're picked and canned at the height of ripeness and they're best for making sauce. I'm going to throw a carrot in there. People cut themselves really bad when they're chopping carrots because they roll. I like to take a little flat piece off of the carrot because that way it doesn't roll around. A really good carrot. Carrots, onions, and celery are like the 3 most underappreciated ingredients out there. You want to be generous with the olive oil, generous with the salt. Fat and salt are basically the 2 core pieces of the puzzle. Those are the things that make things taste good. You want to do me a favor, Mike? Can you pop in here for a second?
What's going on?
Oh, this is very exciting. We want to roll these meatballs and we want to drop them right in the sauce. The most important part is cooking off a little tiny tester sample so you can taste it and make sure that you've salted it properly. Because the last thing you want to do is roll and roast and make all your meatballs and then find out I didn't put enough salt in there. Is it good?
Pretty good.
Feel free to get your hands all over it.
No problem. I just watched them. It's fun to have an opportunity to be back here playing with balls with my buddy over here.
We're just gonna take them and we're just gonna make little, almost like dumplings. You gotta pack them tight together because no one likes broken balls. That's the trick. Packing the meatballs like that.
That's his trick, not mine.
Yeah, well, if any of the balls break, you know who it up.
By the way, I'm like the sauce Nazi. I put him through hell coming up with the sauces. And finally, the day we opened the restaurant, he had the right sauce.
In this particular case, we're gonna cook the meatballs right in the sauce without searing them or roasting them because it makes the sauce super rich and you get all the flavor from the meatballs cooked into the sauce and the sauce becomes like a beast of its own. It's also really easy. 1 pot, 1 and done. The meatballs are gonna be fully cooked in about 10 minutes.
Thanks for watching us on Cook Like a Pro. We want to know what you're doing. So leave us some comments. Let us know what kind of meatballs are cooking in your kitchen.
And if you make these meatballs and they don't turn out good, remember,
Blame him.